right, you ready?
Hmm?
All right. What are you currently reading?
I am currently reading a lot of screenplays. I'm reading Killing Eve screenplay. Actually trying to read John Wick screenplays just to kind of get a feel for all the insane, how they write all that insane action, to kind of help evolve my skills a little bit more.
When you sit down to write, do you know how a book will end?
Sometimes I do, yes. I know how it'll end, but the middle changes drastically. Like I'll do a detailed outline, but when I start writing the script, things may deviate from where I start to where I end. So I know how it ends, but I'm not always sure what may happen or change in the middle of the story.
You and Sanford Green wrote a 9-panel article about Qigong. Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Do you practice? And if so, what have you gained from the practice?
Oh wow, I do. I study Cantonese Hungar. I've studied for like 20 plus years, but it's off and on. I try to do what I can. At home, I just learned that there is no limit to what the physical body and mind can do, and it's really just helped me sharpen my mind and my body, and just became a way of life for me.
Tell us about where you sit when you write.
Sometimes I'm in the garage. Sometimes I'm in my bedroom. I have an office in both places. Sometimes I may need to get away from the desk and just lie down in the middle of the floor and just write on my phone sometimes, just to get away from that environment, just to kind of move around the house a little bit. So I write a little bit everywhere around the house.
In the Bitterroot live action film, who do you envision to play Ma Etta? Ma Etta.
I'm terrible with celebrity names, so I really don't know anyone's names. The very talented young woman that was in Black Panther. She was one of the elders, one of the oldest, one of the cast. She's like 80 years old. I'd really see her playing Ma Etta. I could see that happening. Angela Bassett's a bit young for the part, but it could possibly definitely work with her as well. Yeah.
And not to make you name a lot more names, but what about Cullen?
Again, I suck at names, man. Cullen. One Night in Miami. Gentleman that played Malcolm X. I see him as Cullen. I'm not familiar. I'm not sure the exact name, but I definitely see him doing it. And he has a relationship with Regina King, so that is an actual reality. So that'd be cool.
Okay. What villain from any series do you find the most extraordinary or remarkable?
The Joker. The Joker. He's just absolute chaos and madness, and just costume design and how he pairs with Batman is just really awesome villain. Yeah.
What upcoming series are you really looking forward to reading?
What series? There's a book out called Plush by Doug Wagner, a friend of mine. It's currently out now, but I'm actually looking forward to, seeing more issues of that and how that evolves. So it's an image book.
After writing, what do you do to decompress before returning to normal family life?
I do a lot of gardening, and I'm not very good at it, but I do a lot of gardening. Try to grow my own fruits and vegetables. May take the dog for a walk, or I just may watch The Simpsons on loop over and over and over again, or some anime on loop over and over and over again. Just kind of let my mind drift away. So.
What makes a good comic book storyline?
Something based in real world issues. I think a comic book can have a lot of fantastic, out of this world things in it, but I think a real good comic is kind of something based in reality or one's trauma or accomplishments, etc. Something grounded in something real.
What's a song or musical artist that you're listening to on repeat?
Oh wow, on repeat. Jay-Z. A lot of Jay-Z. I listen to a lot of Jay-Z over and over again. A lot of the stuff he says can be kind of motivational, so I listen to a lot of that, yeah.
Several of your series are rooted in historical time periods or eras. How do you prepare for telling a story from a historical point of view?
Well, I used to work in the history department, as an IT guy before I went full time. So I used to talk with a lot of the professors at the university. Definitely go to places like here, the library, or go online and do as much research as I possibly can about real world events, and trying to get too bogged down about writing a history book, more or less, just trying to be as accurate as I possibly can to reflect the real side of the story I'm trying to tell, as well as trying to entertain people as well.
If you weren't a writer, what do you think you'd be doing?
If I wasn't a writer, I'd probably be an IT guy. I'd probably still doing IT guy, yeah.
What's the hardest moment you've had as a writer?
Oh, wow. I guess my first big gigs, making the mistake of going out and like looking at reviews. That was probably one of the hardest things, like seeing someone that doesn't like your work tear it down, in a sense, you know.
Is there anything you want to say to the world?
Anything I want to say to the world? Be kind. That's it.
All right, so this is the this or that part.
Okay.
So all you had to do is just pick one or the other.
Okay.
Superman or Batman?
Batman.
Superhero or supernatural?
Supernatural.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
One shot or series?
Series.
Hero or villain?
Villain.
Pee-wee Herman's Big Adventure or Pee-wee's Playhouse?
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Justice or vengeance?
Vengeance.
That's it.
I got one question. You were talking about when someone tore down, you know, you put your work out and a critic said something about it. How do you deal with that? I mean, as you go on, how do you handle that, like criticisms like that?
I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't handle it very well, honestly. Some of the criticism I see, like if something a bit rude is, you know, it may be some kind of racist, so I kind of like that. That's not as bad, you know. I mean, the concept of it is terrible, but, you know, it's not a personal attack, it's their issue, you know. I just try to focus on if I just please one person, enjoy my book, I'm good, you know. And that goes with sales too. If I can, you know, sell one book to one person and one person enjoys it and loves it and comes up to me and says that at a con, you know, that's what keeps me going. So anything, someone says something bad, you know, people coming to my table in my face telling me they love what I'm doing, and that keeps me going. So it's all good.